difficult and confusing situation. And I'm not going to completely clarify it myself right now either. But I do want to frame it so that everybody understands. What we're going to be discussing tomorrow, the issue here was that how is our society actually being managed? And the larger confusion was because of the void, because of the lack of power structure, the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti Trust stepped in at this difficult time and took over the management of the parikrama. But according to our understanding, the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti Trust has responsibility for a specific number of temples in a particular area, not the one here, but another trust runs these temples. And the trustees in each of those temples are of course responsible largely for the seva that has to take place in those temples, like the parikrams and that. Now, the question of initiations and who will do and who will not, that's not entirely cleared up yet. Rajanath Prabhu is presenting a conclusion that was reached in a very rapid time by those devotees trying to serve the entire community. And everybody respects and honors that, but we still have some things to work out. And ultimately, the sannyasi board and the BTI and the senior devotees, according to the will of Srila Gurudev, all have an important voice in this. And Srila Gurudev's specific instruction regarding who can initiate, who cannot, that's going to override the conception of local responsibility. I don't know that there was any place where Srila Gurudev established a geographic or zonal responsibility for the process of spiritual initiation. So, but everybody has the best of intentions, and we're going to approach this in a very loving and harmonious way. It may take us a little time, so we have to be patient with each other and honor everybody's different opinion. But as far as I understand, frankly speaking, no one has the right really to establish who is an acharya at one particular place and who can give permission or not to initiate in that particular place. But if as a group we decide that that might be favorable and workable, we may apply that. Okay? But I'm saying this without rancor, without anger, just as the perception and the way that I've understood it from Srila Gurudev and others. Most of what Rajanath Prabhu has said, I concur with 100%, especially his mood of love and devotion to Srila Gurudev and all the Vaishnavas, and some small details we have to work out amongst ourselves. I won't comment on who's going to run the parikrama or anything like that, but I will say I remember when Sripad Tirtha Maharaj took over in 2002, and how awkward and difficult it was, and how grateful we were for him at that time, and how wonderful a job he's done since then. However, I also want to say how inspired I was to see Sripad Maharaj out there with us hoofing it, because for so many years he's been back with Srila Gurudev, and to see him out front and leading and speaking, it caused my heart to be very warm, and it made me constantly think of Srila Gurudev with us. So I'm sure we're going to make a very amicable and happy solution to that. Usually teamwork is the best solution, because these are great Vaishnavas, and we want all their guidance and all their help. So, okay.
Could I just say a couple of, sorry, please do. Actually, in my heart, I've got a feeling a lot of people in this room feel the same way. For those of you who remember, I remember being with Parikrama Maharaj and Gurudev, and they looked at me and they said, "Could you please put us on each shoulder?" And I was like, "Well, I don't think I said I could physically do that. But the idea of dropping two bhavats at the same time really was overwhelming for me. The point is that it was amazing in my lifetime. I mean, how a rascal like me gets to see three Mahabhagavats on, at the same time. Maharaj, Parikrama, and Gurudev was unbelievable. The way they cooperated was beyond sublime. And my aspiration is that the current exalted Vaishnavas follow their exemplary teaching. Then we can conquer the world. Yeah.
Go there, go. Can you go there? You have to go in the front, please. Didi, you have to go front.
Take the microphone.